place on the south side at Naparima's home turf on Lewis Street, San Fernando, a ground that's been the backdrop for many memorable battles in the league. With the San Fernando Hill at its backdrop, the stage is set for a thrilling clash. The energy in the air promises a gripping encounter between two determined teams. As we move into round 9 of the SSFL Premiership, we're in for an exciting matchup today as Naparima College goes up against Tobago's own Speyside High School. Weather conditions, of course, in the Southlands of Trinidad and Tobago this afternoon. It is 31 degrees Celsius, 70% humidity and 17 kilometers per hour wind speed here in Lewis Street, San Fernando. And of course, there is action for you on the 12th of October in Issa Schoolboy Football over in Jamaica. We have two big ones for you. It's Black River High versus Little London High and St. Elizabeth Tech against Monroe College. Well, it's Liu Chin here alongside none other than the dynamic duo of Colin Murray and Brent Sancho, who a lot of people say you aren't the dynamic duo.
Oh, come on. We don't really care what people say. We are the dynamic duo when it comes to SSFL football.
Fair.
You know that. But more than that, it's great to be in the Southland. It's great to be here at Naparima. I think you look at this Naparima team. We saw them against Fatima. And again, but maybe they should have won. Fatima scored in the last 2 or 3 minutes. But, you know, it's going to be a tough encounter. I think Speyside, for Speyside to get anything out of this game, I think they will have to play really, really well.
You just had to sneak in Fatima somehow, of course. But it's round 9 of the 60th year of secondary school football in Trinidad and Tobago. Let's see the fixtures.
Well, we have an important slate of fixtures here this afternoon when it comes to round 9. Naparima North Secondary want to continue their winning ways and their undefeated ways when they come up against Miracle Ministries, who are desperate for point. Malik Secondary also are in a hunt for points when they take on Sanmore North. Presentation College against St. Mary's. Queen's Royal College, red hot Queen's Royal College, they come up against St. Benedict's College. And of course, those fixtures list, Colin, has an impact on that standings.
Of course, and you look at St. Benedict's College, 6 points clear, and it seems that they're inching away ahead of Fatima. Presentation, they got a game in hand. Naparima North, even though they're unbeaten, they've drawn too many games. But look at Naparima, way down there in 7th, but they have 2 games in hand, so that they could, once they play those 2 games, they'll inch up. But let's look at the bottom. Oh my word, Liu, Trinity College East.
If he could put his boots,
they're struggling a little bit. They're struggling a little bit. They're struggling, and they've played 8 games. Yeah. But East Mukarapo, Speyside, those 4, they've got to string some results together and get some points.
Yep. St. Benedict's flying high on the standings. Let's look at the round 8 results. Of course, there was a lot of action in round 8, some big results. Let's take a look at what happened last week.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Lou, there were some big results. East Mokarapo still in their struggle. St. Mary College winning that game 1 goal to nil. Presentation in a goal spree, 5 goals still against Speyside. I think the result of the round comes down there for me. Queen's Royal College going to Tobago and winning 2 goals to 1. How important was that victory as it relates to their survival and the big clash of the week of that week?
But Trinity College East and St. Augustine.
Well, I'm going to St. Benedict's first because they beat Fatima College 3-1. Let's deal with Fatima first. They lost 3 goals to 1.
Paulie, you suffered another defeat.
We talk about Fatima.
Yeah.
I guess we're in the same boat, Colin. Well, we looked at the results. Let's look at some of the goals via the SSFL goal cam. Some of the goals that you sent in from your footage.
There's one of Brent's favorite, these goal cams.
I love it. Goal cam. Here we go, Colin. Some of the finest phones in the land. We first start off with Mr. Franklin in Tobago. Look at this for a header. Into the back of the net. Good footage, good looking, and good scoring. Again, we stay in the sister Isle of Tobago. This time from Signal Hill. Kyle James. 8 goals for the season for the young man from Signal Hill. Putting that into the back of the net. And this comes from Manny Ramjohn Stadium. Presentation College. Isaiah Jacob, a name that Colin likes. That player up front for Presentation College, putting the ball into the back of the net. And this one here at Fatima College, and no, it's not Fatima College, it's St. Mary's College. Your arch rival, Colin, ball into the back of the net. Albeit they score against East Mokarapo.
Was that Kyle Phillip?
Yes. No, it wasn't.
No. Okay.
I come from St. Benedict's, Micaiah Leach from Fatima with a scorcher. Staying down with the Fatima St. Benedict's game, Darrell Zoom Garcia.
That's a
Look
beauty
at
as
that
well.
for a strike
Really
and a
good
goal.
strike.
And Colin, within this clip, we first take a look at this one. Ethan Trotman from St. Benedict's College against Fatima. Ethan Trotman. Look at that, Colin. Into the back of the net. St. Benedict's College with that victory against Fatima College. And arguably, Colin, coming up after this one, Lyndale Sween, first of all, from Sanwood Secondary against Arima North Secondary. And Colin,
he's been lacking goals, hasn't he?
This is probably the contender for goal of the season. Look at young Michael John. Talk about a solo run.
And he kept going, didn't he?
And he kept going, and talk about a finish.
Oh,
look at that.
Brilliant. Absolutely superb.
That is it, Colin.
Yep.
Goal cam.
Goal cam.
Well, I can only say that again. Goal cam. What a beautiful goal there from John.
But some great goals, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
really great goals.
Continue sending in those goals at ssflgoalcam@gmail.com so we could see more of those sensational goals from across the SSFL. But of course, let's zone in today on the action on Lewis Street. It's Naparima College versus Speyside. Of course, Naparima, they sit 7th on the league table, 2 games in hand though. What can we expect from them today?
Well, and I'm just basing it on what we've seen with Naparima. They're a well-organized team. They're good at the back. They knock the ball around nicely. I suppose if you have to think to maybe find one fault, and not a fault, but I think they don't have one player really putting the ball in the back of the net. Yeah. Now that could be good and bad. They're sharing the goals, but still, you want to see one guy that they could pinpoint that hey, he's going to get the goals for them, and that's probably the only player. But I like how they move the ball around, and if they do that today, Speyside could find themselves really in a lot of problems.
Yep, and of course, Speyside, that's their opponent. They sit in the relegation zone, unfortunately for them, but they also have 2 games at hand. Brent, surely they have to come out with a big performance.
Yeah, points. They need points desperately. Of course, they have a genuine goal-scoring Shia George, who has 6 goals for the season so far for Speyside. But today against Naparima College is about being compact, both vertically and horizontally. Minimize the spaces for Naparima to operate in and make sure that they are resolute defensively and make sure their danger players don't get the ball to their feet. It's very important that they go through the game in minutes, making sure first 10, 15 minutes they don't concede and they try to build on that performance. Today is all about leaving here with something. They've come here with 1 point minimum. At least leave with that to head back to Tobago.
Well, one man who will be definitely looking to put in the performance of his life today is Isaiah Mundy from Speyside Secondary. Let's see what he had to say. We caught up with him earlier this week.
My name is Isaiah Mundy. I'm 16 years old, attend Speyside High School, and I play right back. My role and responsibility as a right back is to contribute goal attacking and defend well against left wingers. I started playing as a youth man from primary school. I used to play since I was in Standard 1. Last season wasn't really the best of me. It had plenty good players and I wasn't really up to standard, but right now I kind of inform you could see, and on the starting side as now. I personally find games always getting postponed, like we 3 games done right now, and it's kind of hard to watch how we in relegation right now.
That is not. Don't cheat the exercise. Don't cheat it.
Well, with the coach, I think he's doing a good job.
Move it. Yes.
He will always give you a key word to start all the training. His effort, we had to stick with that word they threw out. I'm looking forward to further my career and get it better meant on myself.
Yep, good stuff there from Isaiah Mundy. Gentlemen, it's as easy as this. Score predictions?
Naparima 4, Speyside 0.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a Naparima win, probably 2-0.
Okay.
Well, if you want to keep up with the action, of course, of the SSFL, download the SportsMax app on the Apple Store and Google Play. Keep up there for the SSFL. But as of now, it's Naparima College versus Speyside here on Lewis Street. When we come back, first half kickoff.
You're watching coverage of Secondary Schools Football League, brought to you by Carib Malta, 0.0% alcohol. It's the way we play. And First Citizen Foundation, building strong communities through sport.
You gave us the inspiration to be first. We gave you the solutions that put you first. You trusted us with your vision. We paved the way with innovation. You walked with us side by side, and we continue to serve you with pride. First Citizens is proud of everything we've achieved together. We made dreams a reality, shaped success stories, and painted brighter futures. And together, we'll accomplish so much more. First Citizens, we put you first.
This broadcast is brought to you by Carib Malta, 0.0% alcohol. It's the way we play. And First Citizen Foundation, building strong communities through sport.
Welcome to SSFL Premiership Division.
Welcome back here to Louis Street in San Fernando. It's the home of Naparima College, and they're coming up against Speyside High today in what should be an interesting encounter. But you have to say that Naparima College will start as the favorites, and you would have to think that they should get a really good win here. There we see the officials coming out, led by Cecile Hines. She has the whistle, Shane Mohammed, Kyle Critchlow, and Akil Weeks is the fourth official. So here we are at Louis Street in Naparima with this game, but now we're going over to QRC ground for a big one. It's Queen's Royal College coming up against St. Benedict's College, and the teams are warming up at the moment out in QRC ground, and so we will keep you abreast. We will keep you abreast of what's happening with that game, because of course St. Benedict's College in the lead at the moment by 6 points. They are 6 points clear of both Presentation and Fatima College, and you know, it's a situation where they must win there today. So there are the teams lining up at the moment, and so the teams just doing a minute silence for the daughter of the coach of Naparima, Reynold Carrington, who unfortunately his daughter passed away, and the teams are just doing a moment's silence for her. Really sad news indeed for the coach, and of course it's always sad when any member of your family passes away, and you have to think that it's such a shame, and our condolences go out to Mr. Carrington on the passing of his daughter. Latifa Carrington is the name of his daughter. And again, on behalf of all SportsMax, we do offer sympathy to the entire family, and it's never easy losing a family member, and certainly for Mr. Carrington losing his daughter, it must not be easy. But let's have a look at the respective teams. We're going to look at Naparima first, and there is their lineup with Romain in goal. There's Daniel Caprietta, Cooper France, Vespri, Clement, Prokop, Joseph, Rodriguez, Thompson, and the coach, Reynold Carrington, but Denzel Theobald is holding on for him. Let's look at the formation.
They play a 3-5-2 formation, anchored by Cooper in the midfield. Caprietta, the energetic 8, will play the box-to-box role. I expect Vespri, who's scheduled to play out wide, to play more centrally to support the likes of Clement and France up front.
So here is the Speyside lineup as they go with Richards, Johnson, Peters, Bovell, George, Solomon, Thomas, Phillips, Bradshaw, Walton, Mundy, and the coach, Ako George. Let's look at their formation.
Well, the boys from Tobago are playing a 4-2-1-3. Bovell and Solomon provides cover for that back four. Phillips up front is expected to supply the goals with Boyce George, Sion George, from Speyside. 6 goals so far in the season, 3rd ranked in the SFL. Incredible for the young man from Speyside. he would want to continue in his rich goal form that he currently has. Difficult fixture for the boys from Tobago. Nevertheless, this is the business end of the season, and results are all that matter.
So it's going to be Speyside with the kickoff as they get going, and long ball forward. Actually, Naparima, sorry, they're in red. Normally they're in blue. I can't remember seeing them in red, but maybe my eyesight sometimes deceive me. But Speyside now on the ball as they're looking to come forward down the left side, and Naparima not able to clear it, but eventually it goes to Daniel. And now it's they're trying to get things going here with Daniel again, going wide to Rodriguez, and Rodriguez playing that ball forward, but it's well intercepted. A foul committed as referee Hines blows the whistle immediately to indicate that it's going to be a free kick for Speyside. So Speyside with that free kick, headed clear. So there's Coach Theobald just giving a few instructions as that ball headed away. And that's a good challenge, but unfortunately it ricochets off of France, or that's not France, that's Clement, and goes out, and the throw is for Speyside. Long throw downfield, but picked up by Thompson. Gets it to Daniel, back to Thompson. Thompson sends that ball long forward, headed away, but Clement giving chase as per usual. He slips. Brent, we haven't spoken much about the conditions here at Naparima because a lot of rain fell earlier this morning, but here they go through Vespri. Is he going to look to have the shot? You could see him trying to get that shot away, but there another player slipping here in these conditions, and ball comes wide. The shot comes, goes over the bar. So there was Rodriguez, not able to control the shot, and it went high over the bar.
Yeah.
We haven't spoken much about the conditions, Brent, but it's pretty heavy, isn't it? There's no water or so on the field itself, but just the conditions are very heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy, and this opportunity eventually falling for Rodriguez. Just never really got over the football, always slashing and always falling back. So really didn't have the control that you would need to get that ball on target. I had a chance, Colin, right before the game to take a walk on the pitch, and although it has rain, it's still very firm, but they do have a lot of soft patches on the park which would have some sort of impact on the players and the ability to stand, and we've seen that already in the first couple of minutes.
Well, here is Napoli. We're looking to come forward again with it. So we're in the early minutes, just about 3 minutes gone so far. Just the one attempt on goal coming from Naparima. The ball went high over the bar. The shot coming from Rodriguez. But Speyside at the moment holding their own. But as I said, it's early days as Naparima looking to come forward with it. The ball played nicely wide to Rodriguez. He's on the run. In front of him is Clement. It goes through to Clement. Clement playing a good ball. This is Vespri. Is he going to have the shot? No, he goes wide and can't be kept in. Or has it been? It has been kept in, but yeah, he just couldn't get back on the pitch to really do anything with that.
Just didn't understand, Colin, why he didn't take the shot, Vespri. He had all the opportunity really to try to create something in his own, or even try to hit it first time. As we saw, yeah, just about there, Colin, I think the first touch he made did not allow him to prepare the ball for the shot, so he was always struggling. Instead, he decided to try to play the ball out wide there to Clement, who wasn't able, I should say, to get the ball, and the opportunity went a begging. I would say that was a chance, but they had the overload on the left-hand side with Clement and Vespri, but they just weren't able to make anything of it. So it is Naparima back in control
with Vespri, but he's offside. Referee Hines finally blowing the whistle, and it's going to be a free kick for Speyside. So it looks to be Mundy is gonna take it. It's a nice long kick, headed away by Prokop. Going wide again is Rodriguez, but he is brought down, and it's going to be a free kick.
Although it's very early in the game, both white players, Vespri and Rodriguez, seemingly have the license to get further forward or beyond the furthest player. At that time, man there in the picture, Rodriguez, being impeded. And it's now put Naparima in a very interesting position. A free kick here on this right-hand side. It has the distance to trouble the goalkeeper. He's not careful. I think the setting of the wall would be very, very important.
Well, here's Thompson with the free kick. Looks to curl it. He was looking maybe to the left of the keeper into the top corner, and unfortunately for him, just didn't get it right. So Richards, the goalkeeper, with it, sends a long kick downfield. But it's picked up by Prokop, and he's going up that left side and gets a throw. So Naparima so far doing the bulk of work here, as this is Prokop. He's gonna go backwards all the way to Thompson. Gets goalkeeper Romain with his first touch. Not a great ball. He's putting Daniel under some pressure, and this is winning it is Thomas, looking to play it in field as Speyside, putting them under pressure, Naparima, and they're coming away with it. But here is Mundy trying to play it back across field. Thomas does well, but turning on it, and in fact the man being brought down. So Peters in possession, and then they're not messing about at the back, Brent. They're getting it out and getting it out far, but they look to go wide on that right side, Speyside. Prokop and Vespri both trying to win the ball. It's sent upfield. Here comes Naps again. It's with that looks like France. It is France, but he's brought down, and it's going to be a free kick.
Yeah, just a little nudge there in the back. France wasn't able to maintain his momentum, and referee Hines rightfully called it back.
So this is Daniel getting it up to Rodriguez. He's being confronted at the moment by Peters. It's a good bit of defending by Bradshaw. This time it's Peters, that's Bradshaw. Gets it long forward, getting it towards Phillips. And giving chase there was Walton. Any idea who it was? So the throw for Speyside, going all the way back towards Mundy, but away comes Naparima. It's with Clement, goes wide onto that right side to Vespri. he's not controlling it. And not only, well, he does well because he slipped, but he takes on his man. Can they get the cross in? It's just played a little behind Rodriguez, and it's played downfield.
Because he slipped, he got up, and he did the right thing. He just really needed to focus on the delivery. And that didn't happen, despite the fact that he got past his man. But here he is again.
Yeah, here's Vespri looking for the shot, and it turned out to be a cross. I tell you what, had Clement been moving in, he could certainly have got to it. But Vespri was trying for the shot, and he just pulled it wide. So here is the goal kick, going to be taken by goalkeeper Richards, who had a little minor scare before the game started. And they thought that he may not have been able to carry on. He was injured during the training. And at one point we were getting news that he was not starting, but he started, and so far he's we've been playing now for just 10.5 minutes, and he's done well. Whatever has come his way, he's been able to mop it up quite easily.
Colin, I know you like skill. Look at this here from Clement.
Lovely, isn't it?
At a hat.
Yep. And what was good about it, Brent, as he got it over the player, he touched it looking for Vespri wide. Yeah.
There's so many names for that particular skill now. I know we used to call a hat.
Yeah, I used to do it all. I used to do it all the time, Brent, and I just can't remember what I called it. I just used to go. I just used to call it, one for the boys. Yeah. Yeah, a matter of fact, if you need to see me, Brent, I'm playing either side at the moment, and I can give you the days and times if you want. You'd like to. Oh, here's a chance for Speyside. Oh my word, he missed it completely. It looks like George, the leading goal scorer, was wide coming in there, and that's George. Yes, it is George, and he should have hit it. At least he should have made contact, Brent.
Yeah, good ball into the box. It just really needed him to make contact with it and minimum requirement, get it on frame, but instead fluffed his lines. And you would expect a man with 6 goals so far, 3rd leading goal scorer in the SSFL, to minimum hit the target. Of his standards, Colin, you'd have to say that was a chance.
Oh, for sure. But long ball looking for Rodriguez.
That's a handball.
It is a handball. Referee Hines has spotted it, and it's going to be a free kick for Naparima in a very, very dangerous position. And I'm just wondering if Daniel is going to, or Thompson, sorry, is going to come from the back. He seems to be the dead ball specialist. But when you got guys like Clement and France and these guys up front, you're wondering if they're going to let Thompson come up from the back to take it. But I don't think he's coming on this occasion, because I'm looking at Rodriguez.
Yes, yeah, he looks like he's taken ownership.
Yeah, and then I'm looking at Clement is also there. So which one is going to take the free kick? But it's in a really dangerous. The thing about it, Brent, as well, it's dead center of the goal.
Well, I was about to say, do you go with power, or do you go with precision, or do you go with a combination of the two?
Well, from this distance, I think you need precision. If you hit it well and you're able to get it into a corner, keeper may have problems, but he's gone for the power, and it took a deflection. So they're able to get a right-sided corner. Naparima, Clement went for power, and he hit it pretty hard, but unfortunately it took a slight deflection. Let's have a look at it. He's a very short run-up, and he hit it with some ferocity, and it clipped the wall and went over the top. It's going to be a right-sided corner for Naparima. It's going to be taken by Caprietta with that left foot, so he's gone deep to the far post. Not a great corner, and it's picked up there now by Rodriguez, and it's sent back in field. This could be a chance. Oh, it's hit the keeper twice, and it's headed over the bar. Well, they had 3 opportunities to put the ball in the back of the net. Keeper Richards came up magnificently with 2 of the efforts. He saved them, and then the ball coming across, and the header eventually just going over the bar. Header from Joseph going over the bar, but 2 excellent saves on the part of Richards, and he's kept his team in it. And this is a bit of pushing by Rodriguez, so it's going to be a free kick for Speyside. No goals yet, And let's have a look at, the ball came across, the header went in, it hit the ground, he pushed it out with the left hand, and then it came right back across the face of the goal. It hit him, and it went to Joseph, and his header was over the bar. Excellent on the part of Richards. He's certainly kept Speyside level in this game. But this is Rodriguez, cutting inside nicely, plays it in towards, this is France. He can't keep control and coming away with it, but he's brought down. As I was about to say, coming away with it was Thomas, and he was brought down. It's going to be a free kick for Speyside. Matter of fact, wasn't Thomas who's coming away with it? And let's have a look again as he's brought down, and looked more like Solomon was the man being brought down. But here is Rodriguez playing it inside to Joseph. He goes to Vespri. Vespri cuts inside with it. Still Vespri. Gets it out to Cooper. He goes wide towards Rodriguez. Rodriguez looking to cut back inside. Good tackle coming in from Thomas. And it's going to be a throw for the Naparima team. 15.5 minutes gone. Still Speyside holding their own against Naparima. Cooper goes towards the far post. The keeper comes, he tries to hold on to it, and he does. He does a magnificent job because he held possession as he was being bumped out of the way by France, and or by Clement, sorry. He was being bumped out of the way. Let's have a look at the ball came. Look, he just crashed into Richards, but look how he clutches that ball. Even though he was fouled and he went down, never let go of that ball. So the free kick taken, sent downfield, and George challenging Prokop for it. Went back upfield. But this is Prokop. Matter of fact, that's Caprietta with the ball, getting it off of Prokop and going wide with it and playing it long forward, but to no one in particular, as Johnson sends it downfield. Rodriguez does very well, trying to go past his man. Oh, that's a great turn from Thomas. Lovely turn. And looking to play that ball down the line. Giving chase there was Walton. And he's fouled his man, and it's going to be a free kick for Naparima. So here is the free kick. It's going to be taken by Thompson. Goes long. That's a decent ball. This is Rodriguez running on Ted, but couldn't keep his foot in as he was heading that ball forward. He slipped, and the ball went all the way through to goalkeeper Richards. Bradshaw, long ball forward, but it's picked up here and given. This is Joseph. Does well, turns with it. Chips it forward, looking for France, but clearing his lines. Rodriguez, can he get it before it goes out of play? He does, but in the end, when he got the crossover, it was behind the goal line, and it's going to be a goal kick for Speyside. No goals yet. Naparima and Speyside. We're here at Lloyd Street in San Fernando. Walton does very well, looks to get it across, but it's cleared upfield towards Joseph. Bovell for Speyside, plays it back in field, and gets it to Solomon, and he's brought down, and it's going to be a free kick for Speyside. So there is the ball player, and Solomon, as he was going through, was brought down, and there is the free kick. So they're now setting up for the free kick. Looks to be Solomon taking it. Chips it over to the far post. Actually, it was not Solomon, and in fact, the shot there coming from Thomas, and the goalkeeper does well in the end, just palming it away and doing enough to go back and collect it. Here's the free kick, sent long upfield. Johnson sending it infield. Ball goes all the way back towards Mundy. So here is Speyside coming forward with it again. Thomas, long ball forward, looking for George, but it goes too close to Romain and he controls it. As a little bit of a bounce there from George. So did you know that Speyside was founded in 2004? That's interesting. That's just 20 years ago. Just a little before I was born. Here is goalkeeper Romain. Long ball forward, looking for Rodriguez. Trying to control it, but being harassed there by Peters, who comes away with it. Gets it to Thomas. Thomas plays that ball long forward. And in fact, hustling there for it was Phillips. But it came off of Phillips and went to the goalkeeper. He bowls it out to Prokop. This is Vespri for Naparima as they look to come forward with it. Vespri sends that ball forward, looking for Clement. But it's hit a little too far, and out comes goalkeeper Richards. He's done well so far for Speyside, comes off his line nicely. And what he's done so far for Speyside, he's done it very competently.
Well, I was gonna say, he mentioned that he had an injury scare before the game. Yeah. I haven't seen anything that suggests that he's injured. He's been a very, very good coming off his line, brave, good hands, and good decision making. How many times we've seen goalkeepers come off the line and
get beaten?
And get beaten.
Yeah,
he's not done that, and this is a man that's supposedly injured.
Well, diligence is key, Brent, and that's their motto. That's the school's motto. So far, goalkeeper Richards
embodied it.
Yeah. Here is Daniel. Gets it to Rodriguez. Oh, he goes past his man. Does well. Sends it in field, but the cross was not good.
And ball.
It's going to be a free kick. Referee Hines right on top of the game.
We have to give Speyside credit, Colin. I know we're now going into the 22nd minute or so, and they haven't looked unbothered defensively.
No, and territorially, you would say, yes, Naparima has the better of it, but you know, every time Speyside go forward,
look dangerous.
Yeah, they do. Here's that ball played wide, looking for George, and he gets it across, but it went outside. And before he got the cross in, the assistant referee on the far side, the flag went up to indicate there's going to be a goal kick for Naparima. This is Daniel. It's long ball for Rodriguez. He heads it in field for Joseph. He does very well indeed, and he's got Prokop coming forward. This is Prokop. He's got Vespri wide. Plays it there to Vespri. He's looking to take on his man. That is Mundy being confronted there. And besides, excellent defending. But it goes back to Prokop. But it's a throw. Quickly takes the throw. Gets it towards Thompson. Ball played back in field. And unfortunately, it looks to be Prokop who has gone down. So Caprietta is holding that left back position as Prokop still down, and I think he's going to look for some sort of treatment. Actually, it's Caprietta. It's not Prokop.
Yeah.
It's Caprietta.
It's look like
Well, here is the QRC St. Benedict's game just about to kick off, and the teams just QRC probably wanting to kick towards the school end first, and there is referee Natalia Williams is in charge of that game, which should be a very interesting result. I think Fatima College and Presentation College would be, they'll be watching at that game to see the outcome of it. But we're back here live at Lois Street in Naparima, San Fernando, as there is coach Denzel Theobald holding on today for Renald Carrington, who had that unfortunate loss of his daughter, so he's not here. So there is the assistant coach Naparima College, Denzel Theobald, of course, has distinguished himself, Brent, at national level as a player.
And also did very well with that under 14 team. it's really been an intriguing game as we look at some of the stats that govern this game. 55% for Naparima, 45% for Speyside.
Which is just about right, isn't it?
Right, and 60% pass completion, 50 for Speyside. Speyside has been very direct, and they've created, I would say, Colin, the more dangerous opportunities so far.
Yeah, except for that one opportunity Naparima had with the header.
Correct.
Which the keeper did well.
Take that aside.
Yeah.
You would say Speyside looked the more likely as it reads a goal scoring.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I was clumsy.
But the defending otherwise, Brent, has been good. But here's the shot, goes high over the bar. Never really got over it, Daniel, but he was being hustled as well. And in the end, you could see him snatching at that shot. And not surprising that it went high over the bar. No goals yet. 25 minutes have gone here. Who would have thought that, Brent? I would have. I certainly thought, well, you heard my prediction.
Well, I did.
Yeah, and I suppose you're quietly laughing that...
no, I would never laugh.
They haven't got one of the four yet.
I wouldn't laugh.
But who knows? Still, 75 minutes to go, Brent. And 65 minutes, sorry, my maths, correction with my maths. Still 65 minutes to go, so anything can happen. But I must admit, I'm pleasantly surprised by Speyside.
Yeah.
They're very plucky. They look a better team, really, than their position suggests.
Yeah, and they've been well organized, and you can see there is a plan to what they're trying to do, and they've made it very, very difficult for Naparima College.
Well, here the Naparima go up that left side, but player goes down, but referee Hines says nothing doing. As George.
And they've won a lot of those, Colin, 50-50 battles and second balls and 1v1 duels. They've won those, and that's the reason why they're still in this football game, because they've been robust in their approach, and they're certainly not allow Naparima to settle in their home patch. It's been, as they say, Colin, a very uncomfortable 26 minutes or so for Naparima College. They haven't really stringed together 5 or 6 passes in this entire game.
Well, here is Vespri wide with it, looking to come in field. Plays it into Clement. Clement plays a good ball back towards Joseph. He should have hit it one time. And but this is ball played wide to George. He goes back to Mundy. Long ball. That's a good control by Phillips, and he plays it wide nicely towards Thomas. He goes for goal. Well.
It's the wrong decision.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
And we talked about the conditions here.
Yeah.
You've seen players slide in and slip in. It's rained earlier today, and players are finding it difficult. As I said, Colin, I did walk onto the pitch before the game. It is still quite firm, but you can see patches where it could be a little bit treacherous, and we've seen that a couple of times in the game.
Next time I'm going to walk on the field with you, Brendan, and ask you to turn, and ask you to turn.
I intentionally walked on when you walked there.
And once you turn, let me see if you can keep your foot in. I'm sure you're going to go down. I'm not promising to help you back up, but no, you look, and you know, we talked about this, Brent, we talked about going, you know, players having the right footwear, and that's so important on conditions like this. Well, here is that long ball sent forward. There is Phillips. He does well. Yeah,
really well.
And then he goes wide to Thomas, who always seems to be free.
He's got to give him again back into the space.
Well, he's been challenged by Daniel. Thomas is going to get there ahead of him again, and he's being pushed.
Yeah,
so the referee has indicated to me a free kick for Speyside. So Thomas always seems to be free when he's going forward. Let's have a look.
Yeah, Thomas gets there. Daniel just a little bit too forceful. There's no need to have both hands on Thomas's back. Just really needed to hold him up and usher him away from his goal. Instead, they now face a very dangerous situation when it comes to Speyside.
Well, the free kick for Speyside. Let's see. Chips it over to the far post, and there were about 2 or 3 bodies. Just it went beyond everybody. But here's Johnson. Chips it back in field. This could be danger. Oh, Phillips. The thing about it, Brent, he watched it coming over his head. He turned, but just never got over it. But a lovely ball from Johnson, and you had to think Phillips should have done better.
Yeah, nice flighted ball. First free kick here. Opportunity whizzed across the bar. Goes across the face of the goal, sorry. No takers there.
Yeah, but it's a freak. It's the ball back inside, which was the danger one from Johnson.
Yeah, and he just never really looked like he was under control. And again, Speyside asking questions.
Now here is Thomas, with it. Looking to get that ball across, but eventually Naparima cleared their lines. France handling it, and referee is saying it's going to be a free kick for Speyside. So just coming up to half an hour, no goals yet here, and that's a real surprise, because you would have thought that Naparima and would have had the bench of Speyside, and the coach Ako George and Kerry Lynch is the technical director, but Ako George is the actual coach, as that's a wayward kick, and you could see Johnson just holding his head because he knows he should have done better with the free kick. But here's another long ball. What I find, Brent, so far, Naparima, they've been pumping these long balls forward, and I think the Speyside defense, they've dealt with them very well. But here they go down the right side, looking for some support, and gets it across. Joseph is there, and he clears his lines again, but it's going to come right back. This is Bovel, and he is brought down, and it's going to be a free kick. Actually, it was seemed to be Solomon and not Bovel being brought down. So Solomon wins the free kick. So 31 minutes and 31 and a half minutes gone, and Speyside certainly holding their own and have a chance now with this free kick. Going across, there's Phillips. It's but who's going to take it? I think that decision is going to come shortly as to who's going to take this free kick.
It's quite some distance still away from Romaine's goal, and it is not central, so they're going to have to conjure up something special from that distance, Colin.
Wonder if it's going to be Thomas. Let's see who's going to take it. I think it is Thomas. Goes just wide. Didn't hit the target. Nicely worked free kick, but unfortunately just didn't hit the target. Went with the left foot, trying to curl it to the left of the keeper, but there it goes just wide. But here goes Naparima coming over on this as they're looking to come forward. It was Phillips going all the way back towards Bradshaw. Gets it to Peters. Bradshaw coming forward looking for the header. This time it's Peters. Ball goes all the way back to Thompson. Peters in a real battle there with Vespri, who's come over onto this right side. Rodriguez has gone over to the left side. As Naparima looking to come forward with Daniel. Again, Brent, they keep playing these long balls, and I think Speyside defense are quite comfortable with them.
Yeah, and especially the inaccuracies of those long balls. I mean, they made it very easy for the defenders. It's not like the balls are being played in behind the defenders, so they have to turn and chase and be in an uncomfortable situation. It's very much right in front of them, and the defenders for Speyside are very comfortable heading and clearing those balls that are coming straight on. Need to mix things up a bit. Naparima College, it's been very predictable by them.
Well, they started at one time to go wide to Vespri and wide to Rodriguez, but they seem to have lost that plot, and now they're just pumping these balls. And Bradshaw and Johnson in the middle of the Speyside defense seem to be mopping up everything.
Well, I think a big part of that, Colin, is that they've lost the middle of the park. That confidence to stroke the ball around and possess and progress the ball through the middle is gone because of the tenacity of the men from Speyside Tobago. They've been very good. What you want, and that's what you want really, as we take another look at that there, that's what you want really from a visiting team, at least to be able to be competitive. And I think Speyside, Colin, has been very, very competitive. Every 50-50 ball, every duel, and as we see, some of the Naps fans, they're probably wondering what's going on here.
Well, this is the ball played back towards Cooper, looking for Capriata, but then the shot comes low, but inaccurate. The shot coming there from Vespri, and he hit it low, but really and truly never was in control of it, and it just went outside, and it's going to be a goal kick.
Yeah, it's a good turn. A good shot there, just really need to hit the target. It's a right idea, he just didn't get the execution. This man up front for Speyside has done well.
Well,
this is out in that occasion.
Ball played wide to Vespri. Looking to take on his man. Goes past Thomas. There's still Vespri. Oh, he pushes it too far. Yep.
Yeah,
he had the opportunity, didn't he?
And it's the second time we've seen him get into a situation and he hesitated to pull the trigger, whether it be a shot, and in this instance, a cross. Once you've created that yard or so of space, Colin, you just have to deliver the ball in the right area.
Well, here's Thomas looking to take on Daniel. Daniel comes out the better, gives it to Joseph. Joseph plays it in field to Cooper. Cooper to Daniel. Daniel then plays that ball forward. Joseph starts his run forward, and it's cleared away by Bradshaw. And I think it's going to be a throw. Didn't think it went behind for a corner. So it appears it's going to be a throw. There is the Speyside bench looking anxiously on. So it's going to be a... Is it a corner? I think it is a corner. So it's going to be a right-sided corner for Naparima. So with the left foot, headed away. It's a shot going to Daniel, goes wide, back out, right-sided. This is Capriata trying to cut inside, but it's won here by Phillips. Sends that ball downfield. With Phillips actually now plays that ball wide, and it seems to be George who was making that run was brought down, and it's going to be a free kick for Speyside. Just about 38 minutes gone here. No goals yet, as it's a free kick for Speyside. So as we await this free kick, you can certainly keep up with the SSFL on the SportsMax app. Download it from the App Store or Google Play to catch all the action and updates from the league, wherever you are. And here is a very, very good save, punched away by Romain.
We're just getting some update, Colin, that Presentation College have taken an early lead against St. Mary's by 1 goal to nil. As we have another look here.
That's a good save, isn't it?
Romain decisive off of his lines. And as well, Colin, Malik have taken the lead over San Juan North. Yep, of course, our prayers and thoughts go with the Malik family. Their coach Bartholomew, had some medical issues, and he is slowly recovering.
Yeah, let's certainly wish him all the best, yeah, and our prayers. It's always sad, especially, and the thing is, Brent, his thoughts must also be with the team and the boys, just as much as the boys' prayers are with him.
Well, I spoke to his wife today, and he sent her to call me to find out if their game is going to be here today. So he said, please make sure that he focuses on his recovery.
That's right.
He's invested so much into that Malik program, of course, a storied program with history. Brought them up when they were at their lowest low, and brought them up into the Premiership, and have stuck by them and those young men. And they just only hope that his recovery is a speedy one.
I remember the days of Malik, Brent, when I was coaching Fatima. They had the likes of Arnold Dwarika and David in the midfield, and young Alfred in goal. And oh boy, were they hard to beat. Played them in an intercall final, and within 10 minutes they were 2 up. Thankfully, after the 10 minutes the team settled, and we eventually lost 2-1. But what a good team that was, the Malik team. But here is Walton for Speyside, giving it to Phillips. He's looking for George, who's coming down that right side. But it has to go all the way back towards Johnson. This is Johnson now. Scott Bradshaw there. Wide, of course, is Thomas, and he sends Thomas on a run. Daniel is with him, and that's a good tackle in the end. He had to get it right, or Thomas would have been away. 40 minutes gone here, coming up to minute 41. Still, Speyside holding their own. They must be very, very happy so far with their display. So, 41 minutes gone here. As we head over to Queen's Royal College, they have just been coming up to 16 minutes of their game, and it's still goalless. So QRC doing pretty well at the moment, holding this St. Benedict's team. I know it's early days, it's only 16 minutes gone, but we see QRC on the attack, trying to go forward. So looking to put St. Benedict's under some pressure. And I think you made the point, Brent, that QRC, the improving QRC team, is with some of their results.
Red hot QRC team, because they've gone on an absolute tear of the league since we've seen them last against Presentation College, where they lost that fixture. And of course, they're coming up against a team that's probably the team in form in St. Benedict.
Oh, for sure. There's no doubt.
So that is certainly a game of 2 informed teams. And St. Benedict, despite the advantage that they have, they know that 3 points against Queen's Royal College would put one hand on that title, and they desperately need it.
Well, here is Vespri going forward. So I think Arima, of who they're playing Miracle Ministries, Brent, they've gone 1 up. So Arima, you know, the thing with Arima, when you think of it, they've been unbeaten so far, and but drawing 5 games it has hampered their chances of getting the title. You can't expect to draw 5 games and win the title. You've got to, of those games, they should have at least won 3 of them. And had they done that, they would have been right up there with St. Benedict's and Fatima and Presentation. Well, I suppose when you look back at some of the results, drawing with St. Benedict's was a good result. The thing is, they've got some of the big teams out, or the big schools out of the way, so you expect them to go on a run. But here's the free kick. Oh, that's wayward. That's really not a great kick at all. He went for goal, but to beat the keeper from that kind of distance, it would have been an absolutely brilliant shot. We're into the last 2 minutes of this game, this first half, and whatever added on time there will be, as that ball goes all the way back to goalkeeper Romain. Vespri, he loses out, but he does get the throw as the ball came off of Peters. So here is the throw. So the ball played out, and it's going to be another throw for Naparima. So here is Daniel with the throw, looking to get the return ball, but it goes to Vespri. He goes back to Cooper. We are into the final minute of the first half. We understand that there's no additional minutes added on at all, so there's no time added on, and so we expect after 45 minutes we will hear the whistle of Cecile Hines as this ball played forward. Here comes Speyside, unfortunately falling on the ball as Naparima goes wide towards Daniel. He's got a lot of room in front of him, decides to play it to Vespri. Vespri looking to give it back to him, and fortunately it comes back to Vespri. He can't get past Thomas. Comes off of Thomas, and it's going for a throw. So the throw is going to be, I thought it came off Thomas for 1 minute, but it didn't. And here is the throw. And before the throw could be taken, referee Hines has called a halt to the proceedings. She's not played any added on time, as there were no real injuries or anything like that in the first half, and it's just 45 minutes on the clock, and that was that. So very interesting at the half. It's Naparima 0 and Speyside 0. Certainly a bit of a surprise, because one would have thought that the Naparima team would have certainly overrun Speyside. Give Speyside loads and loads of credit. They've been absolutely brilliant here in the first half. Everything Naparima came with, they were able to defend. So at halftime, the score is Naparima 0, Speyside 0, and we're going to go pit side. Brent, he's got the two skippers with him.
Captain Bradshaw of Speyside, you would consider it a good half of football for Speyside?
Yes, of course. Played well, played out the half as the coach wanted us to do.
What do you think have been one of the strong points for Speyside in this half so far?
Well, our defending was on point. Coach man taught us how we right the night before we came here to defend, and we did it well. So yeah.
As you look forward to the second half, what do you expect?
We expect goals. We're coming back out second half to score some goals, of course.
All the best in the second half. Thank you very much. Captain Joseph, of course, probably a little bit disappointed you're in your home patch here. So far, you're still 0-0. Your assessment of the first 45 minutes?
No, well, I think we just need to put on the ball and be a little more composed. I think we need to play with each other and play with confidence.
Well, it looked like Speyside had one or two opportunities, maybe tighten up things defensively.
Yeah, I think we need to do better in the covering. And yeah, that's it so far.
All the best in the second half. Well, it's 0-0 so far here in Lewis Street. Naparima College 0, Speyside 0. Don't go anywhere. We come back with second half highlights and stats.
You're watching coverage of Second High Schools Football League, brought to you by Carib Malta, 0.0% alcohol. It's the way we play. And First Citizen Foundation, building strong communities through sport.
You gave us the inspiration to be first. We gave you the solutions that put you first. You trusted us with your vision. We paved the way with innovation. You walked with us side by side, and we continued to serve you with pride. First Citizens is proud of everything we've achieved together. We made dreams a reality, shaped success stories, and painted brighter futures. And together, we'll accomplish so much more. First Citizens, we put you first.
You're watching coverage of Secondary Schools Football League, brought to you by Carib Malta, 0.0% alcohol. It's the way we play. And First Citizen Foundation, building strong communities through sport.
Welcome back here to Louis Street in San Fernando, the home of Naparima College. It's Naparima College against Speyside. We're at the half, and as you can see, it's goalless at the moment. Speyside certainly holding their own. But let's have a look at the first half highlights as referee Hines was in charge of this one. She got things going, and immediately Naparima went on to the attack. Nice cross ball coming. But, you know, so far, Speyside, they started well defensively, and that continued throughout the half. Here is a free kick, but straight to goalkeeper Richards. He was excellent as well in the first half. Whatever the defense didn't get, he certainly made up for it. And then this cross ball coming from Thomas. There was George coming in at the far post, just didn't get the shot away. You could see him really disappointed. He's the leading scorer for Speyside, and he should have done better. And then the cross ball comes, the header. Goalkeeper Richards with the left hand stretching out, and then the header from Joseph going straight back over the bar. And a free kick go, that's wayward, high over the bar. But as I said, whatever the defense couldn't take, the goalkeeper Richards was, here he comes again, coming off his line quickly, holding on to it. Even though he was fouled, he never let go of the ball. He's been really excellent in the first half. Let's have a quick look at the stats and the shots. Look at it. 8 shots there from Naparima as opposed to 3 from Speyside. Both teams having 2 shots on target, 5 fouls to 7. No cards so far in this game. Naparima with 2 corners, and the possession, Naparima just slightly ahead, 53% to 47. 4 runs into the box from Naparima as opposed to 2 from Speyside.
Thanks a lot there, Colin. Of course, I see the board is out. Brent Sancho, Colin Murray, break it down for us.
Well, I think when we looked at this half of football, it must be said that we are a bit surprised that we're still at 0-0, and a lot of credit has to be given to Speyside and what they've been able to do here this afternoon.
I heard the captain telling you, which was very important, they defended well, and that was important.
Yeah, and I think that it must be highlighted. Yes, the stats points towards NAP's dominance. It points to the fact that they had a decent half, but Speyside was very rigid defensively. But I think it also had to do with what they were doing offensively, why they were so good. In particular, when they get the ball in these sorts of situations here, Colin, and they're looking to get forward, they've always been able to occupy the back three. Yeah. Of Naparima College, in particular the 2 forwards. Thomas, of course, the one supplying it in most times from this side. But I think up front in Bradshaw and the forward line, and of course George coming in from this side, because they have these 2 players occupying, it's made this sort of situation where Naps are very wary of what's transpiring and have been able, they're trying to get back into numbers. And once they get it there, they have been a threat in those sorts of occasions, because we're seeing these sorts of runs coming in these areas, in and behind the stopper, which has made it very, very challenging from a Naps perspective. And when they get the ball out and they're trying to play now, Naparima in possession, the middle is clogged.
Yeah.
Because Speyside have been able to keep the pressure there, and they've been very well organized at the back. And you mentioned, of course, Naparima going for long balls because there's no options in the middle of the park.
Because what is happening, Brent, these guys here at the back, they're playing these long balls, and it's being mopped up by the 2 central defenders in particular for Speyside. And I think Joseph also mentioned what they want to do in the second half, keep the ball, knock it around, and because they haven't been able to do that in the first half, and you're so right.
Yeah, there's just no room in there, and the option is, of course, to go further upfield.
Yeah. Well,
thanks, gentlemen, of course. But quickly, just to see, how do you think the second half is going to play out? Who's going to nick it? You predicted a 4-0 Naparima.
Can't move away from that now.
I can't go away from that. No, I can't. But there's still 45 minutes of half left. It's going to be interesting how Theobald lines them up. What does he do? I think they were good when they were going wide with Vespri and Rodriguez, and they were getting a little bit of play with that. But then they stopped. They couldn't get the ball wide, and they were pumping these long balls, and it was just coming coming back at them.
Well, it's just as the captain said, they have to be brave and possess the ball in the middle of the park. Yeah. That's the only way that they get goals and get more opportunities.
Absolutely. Well, there you have it. We'll see how it all unfolds in the second half. Of course, before we go to break, don't forget to download the SportsMax app on the Apple Store and Google Play as well to keep up with everything SSFL. But as it stands, it's 0-0 here at Lewis Street between Naparima and Speyside. When we come back, we'll have second half action.
Welcome to SSFL Premiership Division.
You're watching coverage of Second High Schools Football League, brought to you by Carib Malta, 0.0% alcohol. It's the way we play. And First Citizen Foundation, building strong communities through sport.
You gave us the inspiration to be first. We gave you the solutions that put you first. You trusted us with your vision. We paved the way with innovation. You walked with us side by side, and we continue to serve you with pride. First Citizens is proud of everything we've achieved together. We made dreams a reality, shaped success stories, and painted brighter futures. And together, we'll accomplish so much more. First Citizens, we put you first.
We watch for the players. We watch for the goals. We watch for the memories. And the memories last forever. Rewatch matches from Arsenal and Manchester City every week on SportsMax and SportsMax 2 and relive the stories, the defeats, the triumphs. Your memories live here on your home of champions and on the SportsMax app. Stay connected when you stream on the SportsMax app. Something extraordinary is happening in North Texas. The National Cricket League. A 60 strikes, 10 over format aimed at creating new fans and inspiring cricket lovers in the USA. The short and fast-paced series will feature some of the biggest names in cricket. From October 4th to 14th, stay tuned to SportsMax and be a part of the game where world-class cricket is making a difference.
Hi, I am Umar Sadiq. Watch La Liga on SportsMax.
This broadcast is brought to you by Carib Malta, 0.0% alcohol. It's the way we play. And First Citizen Foundation, building strong communities through sport.
Welcome back to Lewis Street, San Fernando. Beautiful Lewis Street ground here in San Fernando, home of Naparima College. As Naparima College have been held by Speyside High School at 0-0 so far halftime in this SSFL round 9 clash between both teams. And we have an extra bit of bonus for you down at Queen's Royal College in Port of Spain, Trinidad, where leaders St. Benedict's College, they are currently being held by Queen's Royal College. 0-0 so far, 32 plus minutes gone in the half. And St. Benedict's College will be looking to try to solidify their spot at the top of the table against a very plucky, resurgent Queen's Royal College, who have found themselves in a hot, rich vein of form, winning form that is. As we see an opportunity there by St. Benedict's College, not able to get enough power into it. But we head back to San Fernando for second half action between, of course, Speyside High School, who have really showed an impressive first half performance, coming up against the home side in Naparima College as referee Cecile Hines leads out the troops, and all pleasantries exchanged by the officials as they're about to start second half action.
And they've had a pretty, I think referee Hines has done well in the first half. I think she's controlled the game nicely.
Well, the game has had a nice flow.
Yeah, and no cards have been issued. I think she's talked to the players with their respective fouls and says, listen, very firmly, you know, if you do that again, you could very well get a yellow card or what have you. I think all in all, this was a good first half.
You know how referees speak. You've been in trouble with referees before, Colin, on several occasions, I suspect, and it's continued.
Well, there's a difference, Brent, with me and you with that. It's my mouth that gets me in trouble. It's your bad tackles that get you in trouble. That's a big difference. You know, I tell the referee, I say, hey, what sort of decision is that? And they don't like that, of course. I think they prefer a bad tackle than you questioning their decisions, especially as a player. So
well, of course, some updates on some of the games so far.
The form guy there, Brent, Naparima.
Yeah, and they've had their challenges.
Only winning one game of the last 5.
Yeah, and you have also a postponed game against Malik within that as well.
But Brent, look at that. Tough games. Fatima, St. Benedict's, Arima North. They've had some they've been through some of the tough teams. So you expect them to get on a run now and pick up some points. And it has to start today.
Yeah.
If they want a challenge for the title and be among the top 2, you have to think that this is the type of game that they've got to win, and not only win. And I predicted 4, Brent, because I just felt that they needed a big win. But here comes Speyside. Ball played, and I was wondering where was that noise coming from, and I realized in Naparima, the drummers, they have suddenly arrived, and maybe the coach. The assistant coach, Denzel Theobald, called for them because they need some inspiration, this Naparima team. Well, here is a free kick. It's going to be taken by Daniel. He tends to take a lot of the dead balls. He's got a good left foot on him. Chips that nicely. Joseph with the header. But it's cleared upfield by Peters.
Look at the interest from Speyside. 2 players challenging, and that's been the story of what we've seen in the first half. They have not made it easy
for the Naparima
College at all now.
Well, that was Walton was chasing that ball down, but Joseph playing it in field. And it goes wide out towards Rodriguez.
That's better.
Ball played in for, that is, let's see, France, who was trying to go down the right side, intercepted, and it's going to be a right-sided corner for Naparima within the first minute and a half of the second half. It's going to be taken by Caprietta.
And that came on the backdrops of trying to string together a couple passes instead of what you recognize, Colin, being that direct.
Yeah. Well, here's Caprietta with the right-sided corner. He's going to take it with the left foot, so you expect this ball to be just curling in towards the Speyside goal. And the goalkeeper Richards has to be alert. So here is the corner, and it is curling towards the far post. The heads go up and headed out. It's going to be a goal kick.
Joseph there, the captain, would feel that he possibly should have put that into the back of the net. He got the height, and he just didn't get the purchase required. So for it to settle into the back of the net.
Just some scores, Brent. Presentation College leading St. Mary's by 1-0. Malik, they have gone 3-0 up against Sanwo North. Signal Hill, they have equalized against Fatima. So that's 1-1 now. And Arima, they're leading Miracle Ministries by 1-0. But here is Speyside looking to create a set of their own. And the ball coming off of Prokop and going out for a corner. So this time, Speyside, they have a left-sided corner. And appears that Thomas is going to take it. There is the coach, Coach George. It's just shouting out some instructions as he sits back down, and we're just about ready for the corner. Referee Hines has gone over out of our picture to have a word with, could be Walton, who was just harassing the goalkeeper, Romain, but he comes off of the goalie now. But here's the corner, headed away. Down that right side. Naparima trying to break. Does well in the end.
It's very well.
Plays it out towards Mundy. Ball goes wide now.
It's a good bit of run.
Sends it across too close to the keeper. So there was George. First time we've really seen him get a run on the defenders, but just couldn't get the cross over.
That's a really poor throw by Romain. Not sure what he intended there. But yeah, it's the first opportunity really Speyside have gotten on this right-hand side. Get across into the box. They've picked up from where they left off in the first half, where they've not been easy opposition so far for Naparima. I think you used the word plucky, Colin?
Yeah, they have been. But Romain trying to save the corner, but unfortunately it went out. And it's going to be a left-sided corner. So Speyside having a right-sided corner, now they have a left-sided corner. So as the energetic drummers trying to get their team going, they first have to defend this corner as Speyside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow and blue shirts in the box. As that goes close to the keeper, he holds on to it well. Well, that ball was curling coming in to Romain, and it wasn't really challenged, and he's held on to it nicely. But here's Vespri playing a ball in field. Lovely ball towards, that was Clement. He tries to get it further downfield as it's cleared up, but Joseph is going to pick it up. Very tall player is Joseph. Plays it in field as Naparima in possession. Rodriguez looking to come, gives it back to Joseph, but Speyside come away with it. This is very good. Coming up that right side, looks to be Mundy. No, it is not Mundy, it is actually Bradshaw breaking out of defense. But not a great ball from Phillips. And this time, Naparima looking to break out down that right side. The cross comes, not a great one. And Speyside coming away with it.
It's getting a bit stretched now, Colin.
It is.
End-to-end stuff. Certainly pleasing from the eyes of the neutral. I think for both coaches, they'll be a little bit concerned that the game is becoming a little bit open. Seeing now in the second half, Naparima trying to play and possess the ball a bit more. That's exactly what this man there on the ball was suggesting that they needed to do.
Well, the ball played back towards Prokop, and he goes over, sends it right across the field to Daniel. And going down that right side is Rodriguez. This is a good run. Excellent run from him. And eventually,
really well.
Yep, eventually it's cleared out, and it's going to be a corner for Naparima. So both teams now seemingly going all out on the attack, looking to get this first goal. And we've been playing for just coming up to 52.5 minutes. And neither team so far can break the deadlock. So Caprietta is going to take the corner out over on that far side. So Naparima with the right-sided corner. Can you expect Caprietta to be swinging this in towards the Speyside goal? Goes over. This is a good head. The heads go up, and it's headed over the bar. So goalless so far. 53 minutes gone. Let's have a look at some of the scores at the moment. Arima North Scene Secondary, they're leading Miracle Ministries by 1-0. Malik, that's a surprise in a way. They're leading Samoa North by 3-0. Of course, it's goalless here. Presentation just getting that 1 goal so far against St. Mary's. Kiyasi holding their own against St. Benedict's, just like what's happening here. It's goalless. Signal Hill, they've pulled one back against Fatima, so it's 1-1 there. St. Augustine, they're goalless against East Mukarapu, and Trinity College East goalless against St. Anthony's. So it's a lot of the games are goalless at the moment, but we're just getting word that St. Augustine, they have scored. So they lead by 1-0. As that ball comes across, the heads go up, and eventually it's banged upfield. Taken nicely on the chest, but it's won back here by Phillips. Goes wide, but Walton is offside. Made his run too early.
Yeah. Just needed to hold his run, and they've done well to do up front for Speyside. As I mentioned in the halftime, they are lively too. Walton and Phillips. As we can have another look at it there.
Yeah, he was way offside, wasn't he?
Yeah. They've not allowed the Naparima defenders, particularly when they have the ball, the ability to leisurely come out to the back and play.
Well, here's Vespri.
And he have a shot now. That's poor.
Yep. More like a pass. I mean, like he was in two minds. Should I pass it? Should I shoot? But Speyside looking to come away with it. Good tackle in the end, but it's going to be a throw for Speyside. As Boville was looking to come forward. So here's Mundy with the throw towards Boville. He goes back. This is Boville trying to play it wide, and comes off of the defender in Capriata. Well, not the defender, he's more of a midfielder. This Phillips goes wide. This is Phillips. Has the shot straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. Took a bit of a deflection. That ball is thrown out, but again, Boville sends a good ball. And as President Speyside again looking to come forward, and it goes out, it's going to be a corner for Speyside. So Speyside with the left-sided corner. It's going to be taken with the left foot. So here is the ball played out by Naparima. Brent, I hear you have a shocker for me, but here is the ball played forward, and Naparima looking to come forward, and it's played out, and it's going to be a corner. I understand you have some sort of shocking news for me.
Shocking news for you, because the news went both ways, and you didn't want to transmit it. But
what's that?
Here I am. To break the news.
What's that? What's that?
2 goals to Signal Hill, 1 to Fatima College so far.
Oh well, it's early days yet. You know, these games, of course, all those games outside of this, Brent, they've kicked off half an hour later.
At 4 p.m.
At 4 p.m. So, those games kicked off 4 o'clock, while we kicked off here at 3:30. So I don't think it's even half time, is it? Let's just have it. Just those games coming up to half time, and those other games. So a long way to go. Just as we have a long way to go here. Here is that Joseph trying to get the header in.
What? How is that not end up into the back of the net?
The shot, there was Rodriguez tried to line up the ball to have the shot. He just couldn't get it down. And away goes Speyside. This is Walton.
He get it across. If they can get it across to the next side.
Oh, that's a rough challenge. Let's see if referee Hines is going to go for a yellow card, because I think it was a rough challenge coming in there from Vespri. And yes, referee Hines shows the yellow card to Vespri. It was a rough tackle.
Yeah.
Your kind of tackle. Watch it. Let's have a look. Whoa!
There was a fair bit of ball. I'm very sure.
Is that because I said your kind of tackle?
No, not at all. It's just wondering. What is very evident. There's a fair bit of ball, but there was also a lot of man as a confirmation of Vespri entering Cecil Hines' books.
Yeah, the first player to be booked here this afternoon. And that booking coming in the 58th minute. 58 minutes and 16 seconds to be exact, as that ball headed wide. Going down that right side is Rodriguez. Still holding possession, looking for some support now. Plays it back in field.
That's good work.
Speyside comes away with it. Long ball again. Walton and Phillips giving chase.
That's well
good defending.
Yeah, excellent defending.
And there is the form guide for Speyside. And look at that, 4 losses. And the only win coming against Trinity College East by 2-1. You have to think that Speyside, if they can hold on here, Brent, and so far it's been a good result for them. And when I say that, to hold Naparima goalless and coming up to an hour, I think it's been really good. And again, I want to go back to that little quick interview you had at halftime, where the defender talked about how well defended, how they defended well, and the coach was talking to them. So they obviously have done a lot of homework, in my view, just based on what he was saying, on the defensive structure of the game.
Well, they've conceded, Colin, the second most amount of goals in the SSFL at 16. They're tied with St. Mary's College for that. Of only Miracle Ministries have conceded more goals. So when you look at it, this performance in particular, I'm sure Coach George would be very, very satisfied from what you've seen, because they've not just been good as a back four, they've been good as a unit, all 11. And they defended well, they've won balls, and they've done all the little things that wins you football games. Certainly so, as we see him continuously encouraging his charges to do what they've been doing so far, because defensively, what they've been able to do has been very, very good. And as I said, you can't just point out the back four. You'd have to suggest the entire team, Colin, have been very resolute.
Yeah, because on the turnovers, they've been really good. I think you've made mention of Walton and Phillips up front. They've been putting pressure on that Naparima defense.
Yes, correct. Very correct.
Well,
and defense start from on top.
That's right. Well, here's Joseph with that ball wide out, looking for Rodriguez. It's hit a little too far. It goes over the line. It's going to be a goal kick for Naparima. So keep up with the SSFL on the SportsMax app. Download it from the App Store or Google Play to catch all the action and updates from the league, wherever you are, whenever you want. So keep up to date with the SSFL on the SportsMax app, and you can get all the scores and all the action live here. And this is the ball played back. It's with Johnson, bangs it upfield. Headed, but it's going to be picked up by Thomas. He's had a good game wide on that left side. He's going past his man. Looks to get it over.
This could be trouble.
And the shot comes really, and no
that was a chance.
Yeah. And George was standing wide on the right. I don't think they picked him up. But here's Vespri for Naparima. This is a good run.
Got to pass it.
He's got Rodriguez wide. This is Rodriguez. Is he going to cut inside? He gives it back to Vespri, looking maybe for the 1-2, and they mess it up. And it's cleared up field. It's going to come right back at the Speyside defenders. And there was France looking to clip it forward towards Clement. Naparima now taking control of things. Ball played out towards Caprieta is brought down.
I'd be very surprised. Well, he isn't.
No, he's not getting a card, Brent. Maybe.
Yeah, because it was late, and
oh, he's going to get the card. He's definitely going to get the card.
Yeah, because it was very late, and when you look at the card that Vespri from Naparima got moments ago, there's not much differences in that. We just getting another update, Colin, and I think if you're Leo Chin, you wouldn't be a happy man.
Whoa.
Because his former school, Trinity College East, they're down 1-0 to St. Anthony's College. And then Fraser in the 42nd minute.
Yeah, Fraser, remember Fraser against scored that brilliant goal against
against Fatima College.
Was it? Okay, yeah, I remember him scoring a goal.
But you couldn't
brilliant goal. I couldn't remember who it was against.
Not surprised.
But it was a great goal. I remember it, picking it up just outside the box, one touch, and banging it into the top corner of the net. Where see Naparima making a substitution. So just confirmation on a yellow card for George from Speyside, the top scorer. And let's see, 23 is going on for Naparima. We'll give you confirmation of who's coming on. So we see some changes for Naparima.
Like at the end of the day for Vespri.
Raymond is on for France, and Vespri is gone, and Radalant is the man on. So I think Denzel Theobo looking to make some changes. Brent, obviously he's not happy so far with what's been happening, and he needs to maybe put a little bit of energy after the hour. They've played over an hour now, and I think he's looking for some changes to not only get a little bit more effort from his team, but more constructive play. And he's put Radaland wide out on the left side. And Raymond has gone more into that central striking role. So confirmation of that yellow card for the top scorer from Speyside, George. And here's Mundy with the throw. They're going to get the return ball, but it's picked up here. This is Joseph, sending it forward. This is Rodriguez.
Can Raymond finish?
Oh, he's missed it.
Tell you what, that was a chance for the substitute Raymond.
Was it Raymond?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually Raymond coming in, and he should have at least hit the target. And I think if he had hit the target, Brent, he would have put it in. I thought it was Rodriguez for a minute, but it was Raymond. Look at that.
It's a good ball by the captain. Raymond never really got the opportunity to wrap his foot around it. Captain Joseph with a good through ball just around there. He was always stretching, the ball was always running away from him. So the opportunity to really connect with the ball in the way it needed to be never happened for him. And instead a chance went a-begging. Fortunate for Naparima, because it was a good run by Raymond and even better pass by Captain Joseph. And the finish, Colin, just wasn't good enough.
And I tell you what, the coach, the ball would have been happy. But look at that in the second half, Brent. 55% now, as opposed to 45% for Naparima. So Speyside has certainly upped the possession, and the pass completion was still Naparima 62% to 47. But when you look at that possession stat, it tells you how much Speyside has upped the game in the second half and taken the game to the opposition. And again, I want to go back to the words of the captain, Bradshaw, when he said, when you said to him, Brent, what can we expect in the second half? He says we expect goals. So here is Naparima sending that ball across. It's overhead. So they've had this attacking intent in the second half, but they're yet to break the deadlock. So that is Radaland playing it back across field. Cooper. Daniel goes wide. Cutting in field with it is Raymond. Joseph looking to have the shot. Rebound straight to him. Ball comes in field. Let's see, the goalkeeper Richards was thinking of coming, and the header comes straight across goal, straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. So here is Speyside, the duo of Walton and Phillips trying to unsettle the Naparima defense. And still coming away with it is Cooper, but Speyside regained possession. Oh, that's a good challenge. Winning the ball and creating something going forward for Naparima. Played out to Radaland, but he can't control it, and it's going to be a goal kick.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at the way Naparima is set up, and you have to be careful on a couple of occasions. Look at that there for a big tackle there by Jones. I'm just thinking, Daniel, sorry, the number 2. He's playing in a back three with Prokop and Thompson, but Colin, Daniel has vacated that right-sided centre half for the majority of the second half, and on a couple of occasions it has been a 2v2 situation to Speyside. And you just think at some point their luck is going to ride their way. Speyside, that is.
Well, here is Radaland cutting inside with it, playing it towards Cooper, gets it out towards Caprietta. Radaland looking to take on Mundy. Mundy wins possession. Sends it upfield. Good strong challenge. Cooper, this is Joseph. Going out wide to Rodriguez. Raymond, the substitute, sends the cross in too close to the keeper. That's going to be easy for Richards. Holds on to it. Bangs it upfield. Again, it's going towards Phillips. He's looking for some backward support. He gets it. The cross comes. And goalkeeper comes out. He himself. Long ball. The header coming from Bradshaw, but it's picked up by Radalant. Looking to run at the defenders. He is. He's looking for some support now. Yes, yeah, he's looking to go to the byline, but it's one back here. Not a great clearance, but it's out of harm's way, and it's going to be a throw, but it's going to come right back down. Prokop. Caprietta. Prokop. Prokop going down the line, and it comes off, and it's going to be a throw. So we see a couple more substitutions. Naps ringing the changes. So Alexander is in. Let's see. Alexander, he is in for Clement. That's one change, and the other change is Sicharan. Sicharan in for Rodriguez. So those are the changes. So Naparima now, they've made 4 substitutions, Brent. That's an indication that they're not happy with the way the team is playing, isn't it?
Yeah, and they want to fresh things up, and I think that they have to go for it in the second half. They're throwing a lot of numbers forward. I did comment on the fact that even Daniel, the right-sided centre-half, he's been foraying up into that, and they've been looking for these sorts of situations, hoisting the ball into the box. And it has been a challenging game for them. Some of the scores there, Colin Naparima North, they're up 2-0 against Miracle Ministries. Alec now 3-1 against San Juan North. And of course, Presentation College, they have taken a 1-goal lead against St. Mary. Still 0-0 down at Queen's Royal College Ground in Port of Spain, Trinidad. Queen's Royal coming up against St. Benedict's, and Signal Hill leading Fatima by 2-1 in Tobago.
You didn't have to say that so loud, Brent.
Well,
the viewers can hear you.
I'm just reading out the scores, Colin. St. Anthony's, they're 1-0 up against Trinity College East.
Well, a goal kick here for the Naparima boys as they look to come forward. Radalant. What is he going to do? He has to go back to Prokop. Prokop getting it towards Thompson, who sends it downfield. And they're trying to get the substitute, Alexander, going. Joseph heading it on, but a free kick is being awarded as Sicharan doing a little bit of pushing on Bovel. And it's going to be a free kick for Speyside. You see a substitution for Speyside. The man coming on. Let's see. We'll give you a moment who it is. It's number 13. And he has replaced Walton. So no doubt he's going to go forward. That's Bernard. Ball going straight into the hands of the keeper. So here goes Naparima. Can he get the ball across? No, he can't. Defended. But good defending.
Again.
Just kind of ensuring that he couldn't get the ball across, Brent. And he ran out of space and went over the line, and a goal kick for the Speyside.
Well, you'd have to say that back four there, marshaled by Johnson and Peters at the back.
Yeah, and Skipper Bradshaw.
They have been very, very good physically.
They've been really good.
They've timed their challenges. They've positioned themselves in the right way. And they really have snuffed out anything that's come their way so far.
And I tell you what, they go forward. This is Raymond getting it across.
Another good tackle.
Yeah, but it's got a corner. He's got a corner out of it because, as you said, Brent, at the end it was a good tackle, ensuring that ball was coming across the goal. Yeah, and what I like about them, Walton has since been substituted, but I think in Walton and Phillips, they've created some problems for Naparima at the back.
Yeah.
Well, here it's going to be a corner. Naparima desperate to break the deadlock. They need the 3 points. 1 point is not going to be good enough for Naparima. So it's going to be Caprietta. Caprietta with the corner.
That's a good ball.
That's a good ball, and it's headed over.
Could have easily been an own goal there, Colin.
Yeah, I think he got it where he wanted it, but in the end, you have to say, Brent, it was a good clearance.
Yeah.
Because he got it out of harm's way. Because Joseph, who is a tall man,
yeah, he's
coming
always in there. And then don't you have his attention being seeked, Joseph, the captain of Naparima College? There's a bit of an anxiety in that Speyside box. Boffin there, the player with the touch.
Well, here is the corner from the other side now. Oh, it's in the goal. Yeah, Joseph. It's Joseph in minute number 76. From these corners, Brent, he was always going to be a threat. Skipper Joseph has made it 1-0 Naparima. And you had to think he was the man. Let's have a look.
Yeah, and you have to give a lot of credit, Colin, to the delivery. Because with a player like Joseph there, if you put it in the right area, 9 times out of 10 he's going to get there. And this is the 9th time out of the 10 because he got his head there and placed it past a despairful Richards in goal, who has done everything right this afternoon.
He couldn't do anything about that.
He couldn't do anything about that particular situation.
What was good as well, he headed it down.
Yeah, and what we saw in a couple other occasions, he headed it just wide and over, and this time he got it right. He just felt it was only a matter of time because Speyside never really adjusted to his aerial prowess, and he's made them pay for it. And now all of a sudden, it's 1-0 to Naparima College, and I think Coach George of Speyside will be bitterly disappointed because of the type of effort that his troops have put in so far in this fixture.
Well, it's going to be a free kick. So the goal coming from the skipper, Joseph, in minute 76 from a corner, and he's such a danger with these corner kicks, and even now with a free kick. They're going to be aiming for him, no doubt. Caprietta, who is the man with the corners and now with the free kick, but it's cleared away. Picked up by Daniel. Gets it down forward towards, looks like Raymond out there. This is Phillips challenging for it, but Cicheran wins it. Gets it to George, but he can't go forward with it. He's got to be careful. He's on a yellow card, George, but he wins it fairly and squarely. And this time he sends a ball looking for Phillips, but it's hit a little too straight to the keeper. As a player is down at the moment on the far side. Not too sure who it is. And referee Hines has signaled to the bench to come on and giving some help. So the player still down at the moment. So 1-0 Naparima leading here at Lois Street in San Fernando.
But I wonder what's going on at Queen's Royal College ground.
Well, here we are. It's still goalless, Brent, and we're in minute 50, well, 51 minutes and 44 seconds
second
have gone.
half action.
And second half action. QRC now kicking downfield. They would love to be, that's what they wanted in the second half. They love to kick down. But good crowd at that game. Well, of course, it's a big game, isn't it?
Massive
St.
game
Benedict's,
for both
both teams,
Yeah, but when you've seen the rise of Queen's Royal College, it's almost been unbelievable, the turnaround that they've had.
And they're upped in what, 5th position now?
Well, they're up to 5th position with 13 points. Still, of course, mathematically with a very slender outside chance, but you would think from a St. Benedict's College performance, and but really from a Queen's Royal College perspective, if they were to get at least a point, Colin, from that fixture, it would show how far that they have come from, of course, when we saw them against Presentation College, where they were soundly beaten.
And they drew with Naparima North as well, didn't they?
Yeah, they drew with Naparima North, which is a good result.
Yeah, so they've had some pretty good results. As that ball kicked downfield, as we're back here at Louis Street in San Fernando, the home of Naparima College. As that ball is played wide, then played in field to Joseph. See, what is he going to do? He looks to go back out wide towards Rodriguez. He's in a real tussle at the moment. And in fact, he's committed the foul, and it's going to be a free kick for the guys from Speyside. So let's keep up with the SSFL on the SportsMax app. Download it from the App Store, the Google Play, to catch all the action and updates from the league wherever you are and whenever you want. So keep up with the SSFL on the SportsMax app, and you can download it from the App Store or Google Play, and you can catch all of the action. And the action is here at Louis Street at the moment. The shot comes. Oh, that's a brilliant shot and a wonderful save. I would have thought Romain wasn't concentrating on that. He wouldn't thought that the shot would have come from that kind of distance, but it did come, and he had to make the save.
Yeah, and a good save it was as well, because it did not look like there was much behind it, but by the time it hit the paws of Romain, there was a lot of venom in it. And I tell you what, Colin, if he didn't scramble across to his left-hand side, he probably would have been picking that ball out of the net. Yeah, nice bit of exchange. And look at that, Colin. Really got a lot behind that ball. And the substitute there, really getting a hold of it. And Romain had to bring the best out of himself, because if he didn't, that was going into the back of the net.
Oh, for sure. Well, we are just up to 80 minutes, coming up to 81 minutes. So not much time for Speyside to get that equalizer. But here's Joseph. Plays a good ball forward, but it's good. Hit a little too straight. Well, it took a deflection and goes to goalkeeper Richards, who sends it back upfield.
That's well done.
Joseph looking to flick it on towards Cicharan. And a bit of pushing on the part of Cooper, and it's going to be a free kick for Speyside. We see Speyside looking to make a substitution.
Yeah, they're going to have to go for it, because
number 16 is the man coming on. Let's have a look at who that is. It is Melville. So Melville is making his way on, and the man coming off is George. So the top scorer made his way off.
I saw him holding onto his left hamstring, Colin, so he suggests that something went wrong right before there. So it may be more injury than anything else.
And a tactical substitution.
Yeah, certainly. That's a good ball.
Oh, yeah, it hit a little too...
Well, it's a good idea. It wasn't executed the right way.
Yeah, making that run going forward was Alexander. So he's taking up that role up front. Cooper sends it downfield. The header goes to Bradshaw. Did you get a score, Brent, in the Signal Hill game?
I'm leaving that for you to do.
I'll check on it in a minute. Here is going...
Caprietta, he's done very well.
Yeah, it does, doesn't he? Very much left-footed, but the pass in the end it goes wide. Well, I understand, Brent, at Signal Hill, Fatima has equalized. Not too sure, but I understand it's 2-2 now. I don't know if you could confirm that for me. I'd be very happy if you do. Brent, are you still there?
I'm here, but I can't confirm it.
Okay, it's going to be a throw.
But I'll take your word for it. I'm very sure that you are.
Yeah, well, that's the message coming back to me, that I've got that Signal Hill now 2-2. In the meantime, Speyside is making a substitution. Number 8 is gone off. That's Solomon. And the man going on is Warwick. So Warwick for Solomon. So they're trying now to... There is confirmation of that substitution. So 83.5 minutes gone. as the keeper Rich. Oh, a little mix up there. There was absolutely no
communication whatsoever.
The keeper is down. She's got to stop the game because the keeper is down. And I think he was actually kicked by his own player because he came out for it, Brent. And I think the defender, I'm not sure if it was Johnson who kicked him. But let's have a look at the SportsMax moment. And of course, that SportsMax moment is none other than the corner. Up goes Joseph, heads it down. And the corner came there, and there was Joseph heading it down. So it's still 1-0 here at Lois Street in San Fernando as the keeper is getting some treatment. So Signal Hill 2, Fatima 0, QRC 0, St. Benedict's 0, Presentation 1, St. Mary's 0. Those are some of the results. Arima North, I think last I heard it was 3-1 against Miracle Ministries. So those scores are, and they're coming in fast and furious, Brent. I've got another confirmation here for you, Brent, and I know you may not be able to confirm it, but I'm getting it that Fatima now, having been 2-1 down to Signal Hill, they've gone 3-2 up. So my sources are extremely good, and I know they would not be leading me astray in these. So here. Where is Liu? I don't think he's. I hope he's still at the ground because
that's what you call exit left stage.
Yeah, I hope he's around because I
hope he's all right.
He's good. Well, I think I saw the medic somewhere around, so we wouldn't have a problem with that.
Well, I figured at some point he is going to try to don the colors and go back out there because he's adamant about them not being relegated. So.
Well, the shot came there, but high over the bar. So Speyside coming forward now. We've just got about 4 minutes left and added on time, and we did have a couple injuries, so I would think referee Hines may add about 4 or 5 minutes onto this added on time. We'll just have to wait and see because we're just 4 minutes left in this game. And Naparima holding on to this 1-goal lead against Speyside. As they looking to control things with Cooper. Long ball, trying to get Alexander going, but it's picked up by Johnson. That's a good ball. They go wide. The shot comes off! It slips under the keeper. Well. They have drawn level here.
But you'd have to say, Colin, nothing short.
It looks like Phillips, wasn't it?
Yeah, nothing short of what they've deserved, really.
In minute 87, Phillips has equalized for the Speyside. It's 1-1, and we hardly have time to play. He took it there, Brent. Let's have a look. The shot came.
Yeah, it looks like Bernard.
Was it?
Yeah, Justin
it was not
Bernard.
Phillips.
Oh, the number 13 there.
Was it
substitute who came on?
Bernard. So not Phillips.
One-time goal, good finish. Schooled under Romain. But he took his goal well, and you'd have to say, Colin, nothing short of what they deserve. The boys of Tobago, they have really put in a shift here this afternoon. And hopefully, for their sake, they don't give it away now.
Well, they would be inspired there. So Bernard, the man scoring the goal, the number 13. I thought for one moment it was Phillips. But you know, again, Brent, you look at the Speyside, the numbers on for television is not good. They have these white numbers and the yellow shirts. It should be black. Those numbers should be black. But we understand that we've just got about 2 minutes to play, but we understand there's going to be 4 minutes of added on time. I'm not surprised, because we've had some injuries in this second half. Sicharan, another danger here. Sicharan again. He took the corner last time for the goal to be scored. He's come and floated it for Joseph with a header, goes just wide. Oh my. Well, they were looking for Joseph. It went a little deeper than he anticipated. He had to backpedal Joseph. He got the header, but just couldn't get it on target, and it went just wide. Well, long kick up forward by Johnson. Looking for Phillips, he's giving chase. Trying to get possession. Does get possession.
It's done very well.
Looking for some backward support. Thomas.
I tell you what, this could be dangerous. This could...
Oh, the shot came, but...
whoa! I tell you what.
Whoa. That was a tough one.
Yeah, that was very, very late. And not good whatsoever.
Yep, and a little struggle is ensuing.
Yeah. It's a tough tackle. Tell you what, it was above the ball, and it has
a red card, Brett. What do you think?
Tell you, in other leagues, yes, it is. I would just probably pin that down to a bit of overzealousness, but it was late and it was high.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it is the goal scorer.
And he's very lucky to be on the field.
It's actually Bovell. Bovell is the man. But what a tough tackle. He's lucky to be on the field.
Very lucky.
There was no doubt, in my view, that should have been a straight red card. But I suppose referee Hines, this hasn't been a game. There have been some tough tackles coming in the second half.
I was about to say that. Yeah. I think with the referee being on the pitch, he would understand and feel the temperature of the game. And it's quite easy for an official to know the temperature of a game because they're there and around the players and what is being said and the type of embodiment the game is being played in. But in that particular situation, I think she handled it well.
Well, we saw the board going up there for 4 minutes of added on time. And we have another shocker, Brent, at QRC. They have just scored against St. Benedict's and they lead by 1-0. Well, here goes Naparima. That's another strong challenge. Bobel with that, he's got to be careful.
Yeah.
He won the ball on that occasion.
And he doesn't leave himself much room for error, does he?
No, he doesn't. He really doesn't. But that's the one thing with the Speyside players, Brad. They're giving their all. Well, here's that ball goes wide. As this sends it over, headed away. This is Cooper. Has the shot just over the bar.
It's the right idea. Certainly was the right idea by Cooper. Just couldn't get it to stay down.
Man of the match, Brent. Who are you looking at?
Tough one.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
I would look at any of the Speyside centre halves.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think both Bradshaw and Johnson have been really good. So we just about a minute and a half so far of the 4 minutes added on time. As the ball goes out of play. Let's go across the QRC ground, Brent, and see if we can get that goal.
And it's a very important class. A mix up there at the back there for Queen's Royal College, and look at that for a finish. Send the fans wild.
So QRC.
Stefan James
has put QRC in the lead. Still a long way to go, though. I would say Bradshaw or Johnson. Which one, Brent?
Well, I'm safe with you with any one of the two because I thought they've been
both very good. So it's I think I would go with Bradshaw because he's led his troops well as being the captain as well. Here's Mundy.
He had to time that well. He didn't.
Here is the ball going across.
Poor crossman and some even poor clearance as well. Tell you what that piece of skill.
Yep. Well, let's have a look at some of the scores. Arima North, it's not 3-1, it's 2-0. They lead Miracle Ministries. Malik, they're leading Sanwan North by 3-1. Of course, it's 1-1 here. Naparima and Speyside. Presentation, they've gone 2-up against St. Mary's College. And look at that. Queen's Royal College 1, St. Benedict's 0. Signal Hill.
Very interesting.
Signal Hill 2, Fatima 3. St. Augustine 1, East Mukarapu 0. That's a good result for St. Augustine. Not such a good result for Trinity College East. They're down 2-0 against St. Anthony's. We are in the final minute of this game, and I tell you, Yeah, 1 point will not be good enough here for Naparima. You have to think they've got to find, in this last minute, they've got to try and find a winner. There is the man turning with it, is the goal scorer. Bernard. Oh, that's a good challenge. Goes wide. The shirt being pulled, but still, eventually, the ball in the middle of the field. Phillips with it, gets it wide. Coming forward is the man at that right back position, plays it in field. And turning, twisting with it. The shot comes, oh my word. Well, I suppose if you want to call it a shot, but it's going to be a goal kick. Yeah, Bradshaw, the man of the match here, he's led his troops well. The captain of Speyside, he's led the defense well, he's led his team well, and there is referee Hines blowing the whistle to indicate that it's one apiece here between Speyside and Naparima College. Naparima College at home dropping 2 vital points here. It's not what they would have wanted. They would have wanted to get all 3 points here against opponents that are in the bottom half of this league. But defend well they did. They defended stoutly here this afternoon, Speyside, and they were well worth their point. It's been a really excellent display from them. They had to come and do it the hard way. They went a goal behind in the 76th minute through Joseph, and then in the 87th minute, the substitute coming on, Bernard, made it 1 goal apiece. So it's Naparima 1, Speyside High 1. That is the final score here at Lois Street in San Fernando, the home of Naparima College. They were held 1-1 by this plucky Speyside High school. Let's go to the highlights now, as we'll just look at the highlights as that corner came, and Joseph, he's been a real tormentor for the Speyside side. He went up trying to head that ball, it was just wide, and then the cross came too close to the keeper. Lovely ball straight into the hands of the keeper. Well held by the goalkeeper Romain. Then corner headed over the bar. Shot comes, but a little bit of a deflection, easy into the hands of the goalkeeper. That's the goal, really good goal, as that ball headed down and into the back of the net. Really, Joseph, he was a threat all afternoon on free kicks and on those kind of set plays. And then the shot came. What a brilliant shot and what a brilliant save from goalkeeper Romain, who was really good in the Naparima goal. And then the substitute, picking up that ball, going past his man, taking the shot, and the one mistake, Romain, you had to think he should have got hold of it. It was hit by Bernard. It went under his dive and into the back of the net to make it 1 goal apiece. And really and truly, it was nothing less than Speyside deserved. Let's have a look at the stats. 13 shots to 7, 5 shots on target though from Speyside, as opposed to just 4 from Naparima. 10 fouls to 6, 2 yellow cards to 1. There were no red cards. 8 corners for Naparima, 3 to Speyside. Look at that possession, 50-50, and really and truly Speyside holding their own. 6 runs into the box from the Naparima team, as opposed to 4 from Speyside. So there you have it, the highlights and the stats. Let's go down to pitchside, where Liu is there with the man of the match.
Yeah, of course, thank you, Colin. Well, man of the match today, Deshaun Bradshaw, skipper of Speyside. You all came here to Lewis Street today. Not an easy place to get points. You all fought and got the draw. How pleased are you with your team's performance?
Well, I'm very pleased with my team performance this afternoon, because we came down here with a mission and we can look forward of winning, and we did. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, coming into this one, you're always sitting in the relegation zone. You have some games in hand, of course, but how much does this performance, give you all confidence going forward this season?
Well, this performance got up our confidence because we came down here looking at the team. Men maybe was thinking it's a big team, but we come and we fought. We were Lions and we were Wolves as well. We were wanting it, we were hunting fate as well, so yeah.
Well, you said Wolves, you said Lions, you didn't say Mantas, but great performance today and all the best going forward for the rest of the season.
Mantas will come when we get the 3 points. We'll show what the real Mantas could do. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, there you have it, Deshaun Bradshaw. Today's man of the match, Brent Sancho, is with the coaches.
Coach, first of all, congratulations on the point here in Lewis Street. Your captain, when we spoke to him at halftime, talked about defensive steely. Steely defensively, being resilient defensively. He must have been proud about that performance today.
Yeah, definitely, man. I think the guys work real hard in terms of we weren't really getting to train because the game's coming so fast that the guys can't get to recover. So our training was really on the board. We on the board whole night just learning how we want to defend, how we want to keep it organized, how we want to shift, how we want to push it up. And I think the guys, without we not training on the pitch, we were able to work it on the board and come and execute it to take a point today. I'm really proud of the guys.
Well, you mentioned above, of course, the tactics and not having to train, but your team looked well-oiled and well-drilled coming into this fixture. Me even had an opportunity to steal a result at the end. You'd be very satisfied with the way your front two performed as well.
Yeah, I mean, we came with Phillips, and then we have Micah, who put in a good shift. And then, we bring on Justin. Telling me he must learn to have patience. When you get time, you will get the job done. And he definitely come on and get the job done and bring us back in the game. And I really want to say, well done, Justin. We front line, work together, they shift together, they support each other. And that was beautiful because I say the front line have to be a good relationship. So I believe when they finish, they will go and drink a little soda when they're done that. Because there was a good relationship in front there with them guys this evening.
Well, thank you very much, Coach. Safe journeys back to Tobago and all the best for the rest of the season.
Yeah, and blessed love, man. Thanks again, yeah? SportsMax.
Good, Coach. Coach Theobald, at the end of the day, a disappointing result. Games in hand, I'm sure Naparima came into this fixture feeling that they could probably start catching up with the front three. But at the end of the day, 1-1 is the score. Your assessment of the 90 minutes?
I thought it was a disappointing display from us. I thought we wanted more from the boys, knowing the present situation with our head coach too as well. So we wanted to bring the emotions of getting these 3 points for him, and also with us remaining in contention for the league title. So with that being said, right, it was a disappointing result, one that we didn't really wanted, but we have to pick ourselves up and keep going.
When you talk about picking yourselves up and moving forward, there must be belief in this Naparima College school and program and team that they can do better moving forward with the schedule that they have. How do you pick the boys up moving forward?
Yeah, because Naparima is a winning organization and we are accustomed to winning, and we always embed that into the players in our training sessions, in our preparations for all the games we have ahead of us. So with that being said, we still have to know we have to give a good account of ourselves in the upcoming matches, and we are not out until mathematically we are definitely out of contention. So we have to keep going.
Thank you very much, Coach. All the best in the rest of your fixtures.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brent. Of course, action on Saturday in the SSFL right here on SportsMax as well. Our feature game will be East Mukarapo Secondary as they take on St. Benedict's College. That will be a huge one on Saturday. Fatima taking on Speyside, Malik against Presentation. Miracle Ministries, they take on Signal Hill. Naparima College against St. Mary's College. St. Anthony's, they go up against Queen's Royal College. That may prove to be a big one. St. Augustine versus Sawa North. And of course, Trinity College East do battle against their eastern rivals, Arima North Secondary. So big games on Saturday. And of course, over in Jamaica, in the Issa School football, it is Black River High. They take on Little London High, and St. Elizabeth Tech versus Monroe College. That one on Saturday right here on SportsMax as well. So that is all we have for you here. It ends 1-1 exciting match here in Lewis Street between Naparima and Speyside. The Mantas nicking it late to get the draw. And of course, don't forget to send in your entries for the goal cam, SSFL goalcam@gmail.com, so you can see your goals broadcast on SportsMax with all the action. But that's all we have for you. It's been me, Liu Chen, on behalf of myself and the entire broadcasting team here at SportsMax. Thank you for viewing with us. We'll see you next time.
Welcome to SSFL Premiership Division.